Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to another video today. Today it's gonna be another watch video. I'm actually gonna switch it up a little bit. For those of you who follow my channel, I've been reviewing some Rolex watches. I'm gonna talk about a watch brand that I never really mentioned on my channel. It's also one of my favorite watch brands, and it's actually Panerai. And Panerai watches comes in a simple box like this, kind of like a shipping box, honestly. Very simple, but definitely way larger than the Rolex boxes. It doesn't have a big Rolex logo on the front like the Rolex one does. I'm not gonna show this other side. I'm showing you guys the back of the box because it does have some like watch information. Basically on the front, it will say the production's codes, which has like order number, reference number, the brand Panerai. Without going further, let's actually jump right into the box and I want to show you guys the watch. After I take out the outer box, once again, very simple. It's just another box inside a box and it's a plain black box. I'm not sure about the newer Panerais, but this Panerai specifically, I purchased it, I would say around 6 to 7 years ago. Fun fact, back then, Panerais only offered 2 years warranty. Now I heard the new ones, they offer 2 years warranty, but if you register the product online, it gives you like an extended 6 years on top of that, which was not offered back in the day. I feel like all the watch brands has been actually improving their warranty time, which is, I guess, a nice thing. Inside the box, you're gonna get 2 Panerai booklet. One is the instruction, and the other one is more like a certificate, which has like the serial number, the date you purchased, model number, movement number. There's a lot of numbers on their certificate compared to Rolex. Let's jump further into the box. Similar to Rolex, the side of the box just opens up like this and you can slide the actual watch box out. This is actually the box that contains the watch. I like it a lot because, again, plain and simple, but it's wood. Now let's open this watch up. I personally actually like the box that comes with the Panerai watch more than the Rolex. It's bigger, plain, nicer. Right when you open the box, it has a plate right here that says Officin Panerai. Pretty nice. And then you got the actual watch on the center. It also comes with this tool right here, which I'm going to explain more in a bit, and a set of rubber strap. I've heard from a lot of people that says when they purchase their Panerai, not every one of them comes with the rubber strap. When I bought mine from the Panerai boutique, I was so happy because they actually gave me this rubber strap along with the watch with no extra charge. So the model number of this watch is PAM00423, which I would actually just call it Panerai 423. That's the model number. It's definitely one of the older Panerai model because they do not manufacture this no more. This watch model right here is actually limited to 1,500 pieces in the world. Each of these watches are numbered at the back, telling you which number it is out of the 1,500 pieces. So that number is definitely different on every one of these watches in this model because there's only going to be one at that specific number out of the 1,500. Panerai watches are definitely different compared to Rolex. Most of the Rolexes are automatic movement. Panerai also make watches with automatic movement, but they're famous for their power reserve. Before I get into the actual watch, I want to explain a bit about that. For Rolex, as long as you're wearing it on your wrist and you're moving, it helps to keep the watch running, and it also builds up power reserve, which usually a Rolex will run, I would say, 72 hours after you stop wearing the watch. Panerai's, what I meant by they're famous for power reserve, basically it's like self-wind watches. You have to wind up the watches. The Panerai 423 on my hand is actually a 3-day power reserve. What that means is I have to wind it up to 72 hours and this will run for 72 hours. Once 72 hours is reached and you never wind it up again, you can wind it anytime, even when it's halfway through. As long as you wind it to full, it will last for 72 hours. But if you don't, once it reaches 0, it's just gonna stop running. This watch came originally with this brown leather strap, which I actually just put on today. I actually liked it a lot when it was in the rubber strap, but my rubber strap is getting very old. So I decided to change it up a bit and put on the leather strap. Panerai watches, they keep it very simple in the front, but the crazy thing is the back. Now let's talk about the detail on this piece. First, I want to talk about this lock on the strap. It does have the Panerai logo right here in like a brushed silver color. Now, of course, the brown leather strap with stitching. And here is the actual face of the Panerai. Panerai watches are all pretty big in terms of the sizing, which I like a lot. I'm going to put it on my arm after this to show you guys. It actually looks huge. They're pretty thick too. Most of the Panerai, you're gonna see this side panel, which is a bit different to Rolex too. Rolex, you kind of just have like this little crown. You just kind of roll to unlock it and you can adjust the time and stuff. And this is just the rest of the leather strap. Now, let's get into the actual face. Very simple. This reads the second of the minute, and that's the hour. And that's the minutes. This spot is very important because this is the power reserve. So as you guys can see, one side says 0 and the other side says 72. That's what I meant by you can wind it up to 72 hour. Now let's demonstrate what I meant by that. Now you see how it is pretty full right now. It will run all the way till it reaches 0. I already wind it today. That's why it only used up a little bit. What you do is you see this little part, you pop it and then you can turn it up and you'll hear this whine sound. And while you're doing it, you would realize the power reserve needle is actually going to full, back to 72 hours. If you're just winding it, that's all you gotta do. You just close it up by pushing this in. If you wanna adjust the time, you just gotta pull this out again. And you need to pull this part that you were just rolling all the way out. Then you see how the second goes to like basically 0 right now. And you just turn to adjust the time and the minute and the hour. And once you're done, do not just push this in. A lot of people make this mistake because that might break the seal of the watch. You got to push it in by your finger until you hear this click sound so it's further in. Then you push this back up. And you'll realize now it's running again. That's basically all for the front. Let's jump to the back. There's a couple number that I want to cover up on the back. I'm gonna just zoom in and talk about specific areas on the back. So as you guys can see, it's Swiss made. Very nice on the back. I love the back a lot because it actually shows the inside watch movement. You see how this thing is turning like that? Once your power reserve goes to 0, that piece stops. It's a very unique design, you know? A lot of watch brands, the back, they just cover it up and you can't see nothing. And I like the fact that there's all these purple looking jewel crystal maybe, or diamonds even. Right here it says 21 jewel. Now the best part, I just put it on and show you guys how the watch will look overall. I personally still likes it better with the actual rubber strap because it says Panerai Officin on there. But with the leather strap, it gives me a complete different feeling. Feel more like a formal, gentle watch compared to a sporty watch. I always like the big face on there, and look at how thick the watch is. But that's basically it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Any questions, feel free to comment down below. I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.